One precarious day, two secret agents decided to do an interesting interview. They visited the home of one of the girls of a very sensational long story. Of course we picked the right place, same eyes. That's what's on MapWest. I think it's a waste of time poll. That would make good filler, because people really like to read about the creepy shit in their own backyard. And you don't get much more in your own backyard than that. What about that girl? Do you think she's telling the truth? Both agents came close to the door and knocked on the door. Who knows? I checked the place online, the one she sent me. It matches her blog and report. As I said, if we don't find out or get anything else, it will be a good story and issue for the Sunday edition. The two agents think the actress doesn't look scary. The girl comes to the door and thinks they never come in the daytime. Very slowly but slowly, the girl opens the door and welcomes guests. Hi, I'm Angela, come on in. The actress leads the agents into the room and the conversation begins. We could do it downstairs, if you'd be more comfortable. Do you have any more chairs? Are your parents home? It's okay, I'm comfortable here. This bed will be great for you instead of a chair. My mother died when I was born, and my father works very hard for days at a time, always coming home very late. Would you like some tea or coffee? No, we're fine. Let's start the interview. Tell us. So what can you say about the sad? This is the Lidla house. I mean, we heard a lot of rumors that you lived across the street from that very house your whole life, right? For as long as I can remember. When was the first time you noticed anything strange? One day I was looking out the window in the morning, and I saw my neighbor. Yes, the police reports say you called about the Rassel family. What can you say about them? The girl thought for a moment and, remembering the events, began her story. There was a little boy, his name was Ban. I saw him right there at his window, banging on the window and screaming for help. I was afraid for him, and I called my father, who was on his day off at the time. Daddy, hurry up. Angela, what is it? What happened? Look, our neighbors have their little boy screaming in the window. He needs help. Hurry up and go save or help him. Darling, I don't see anything. There's no boy there. I don't understand, but he was just there. I really saw him just now. You have to please go there. We have to call somebody and help him, please. Good. My father called the police. My daughter saw a boy in the house next door screaming for help. Could you send someone? On every street there is a house where death and tragedy meet. But this is the house where Alice played, and the man in the hat once stayed and slept. A new family moved in to call this house their own. Will the child escape abuse, or will the wonderland of miracles take another soul? The boy ran to the windows and called for help. He fell on the floor and said, Daddy, where's my daddy? As suddenly a wonderful scary rabbit appeared. It was one of the boy's drawings. What's up, Ban? Tell me, I'm your next dear friend. I drew what you asked me to, and made it so that I would be alone at home. The dreaded rabbit answered him. One at home, haha, you can't be alone in the house. I want you to come with me, come and play together. I don't want what you want from me. The boy cries hard and through his tears asks for his daddy back. As a friend, the drawing shows a man very similar to the boy's father. You look carefully at this picture. It was a long time ago. Would you like to know and see what happened to your daddy? Where is it? Where? He was filled with a lot of doubt and fear, a very creepy fear, just like his family. He's not here anymore. No, Daddy. Where is Tracy? She tried to run away, but as you can see she didn't succeed at all and decided very late to do it. No, the guy is crying and screaming very hard. If the picture I drew for you has come true, then I will draw my picture, and it will be what I need. The boy quickly grabbed a pencil and began to draw his picture. He drew a phone to call someone for help, but make magic work for you, but it will never do what you want. The boy tried to call the phone that he drew and showed up, but the phone didn't work. I don't know how to make the phone work, but I know what to do. Without thinking long, the guy decided to draw a hammer. The guy tried to break the walls with a hammer to get out of the room, but they were very strong. You're a smart boy, but these glass walls keep you from going far. The guy can't get out of the room no matter how hard he tries. I'll just make the room bigger. This will be my first step on a greater journey of vengeance and anger. Suddenly the boy saw his father lying unconscious on the floor. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm so sorry, sadly said, looking at his father. Widening his path further, the boy descended the stairs to the first floor. We're almost there, but go out into the world to see, the place where your guilt and anger return. When the boy comes down to the first floor, he freaks out and shouts that he's coming out. There was Trayside lying on the floor. I'm sorry, I thought he was my friend, I should never have listened to him. An evil rabbit appeared and said, listen to me, this has caused so much trouble, haha. I gave you an escape of tiny glass and camantas, a bubble. I should never have listened to you. I'm going to make it right, I promise. One more step and the boy will stop, let all his guilt and rage unfold. In an instant the weak crying boy became a huge strong red knight. I will destroy you, rabbit, I will paint every inch of Wonderland with you. And a boy with such a heart is so broken, having lost everything that mattered to him. His last tear he remembered through the mirror he had stepped on. The weak boy is no longer in this world. He rises from his knees to take the helm in his hands and steer. Everyone who is in Wonderland will now know deep fear when they meet the Red Knight here. The police came to the neighbor's house. The girl and her father also came to the place. There was a dead body found in the house. Well, if we have any other questions we will contact you, the police officer replied. What about the little boy? He's not here, he's probably gone. Upset and depressed, the girl told her father she wanted to go home. Good dear. The girl decides to stake out her neighbor's house, which was the first time she had ever staked out a house. The girl sat at her computer and wrote down important things. It was the night I realized it wasn't just a house, someone was obviously there. She was watching it a couple weeks later, the time she saw the guy and what happened to the neighbors. There was another very suspicious old man next door who also had a mean little dog. One day the old man noticed how the whole fence was in a very strange plant. Instead of roses overnight turned out terrible plants like poisonous. Hey silly dog, can you trim those flowers? The dog started barking, and the old man said, I heard you, you have to do everything yourself. The damn garden and these roses, I'm sick of it. The old man took a pair of scissors and began to cut the plants. Before his eyes each cut got even bigger and the plant grew again. They keep growing, what strange roses. The old man has long and painfully tried every way to destroy the plant, even used chemicals, and tried to cut it down by the root, but he has not achieved success. He didn't think long before he decided to take the poison and destroy the plant, but the stupid plant kept growing. The old man was really pissed off about everything, especially his dog underfoot, and the angry old man kicked his dog right into those roses. The evil bad plant began to suck the dog in and choke him with its stems. The grandfather is in shock. His dog is in trouble and is about to be destroyed by a sprout. The dog howls and calls for help, but the old man can't help. What? The old man's cigarette fell out of his mouth from what he saw. The dog was gone, and new red roses grew in their place. What for? The frightened old man ran into the house to get his wife, and let's lead her to show her the scary plant. What do you want me to see? Just go, listen, it's pretty amazing. Where's your dog? This rat is definitely here somewhere, go already. Oh, you're such a bastard, you never cut the roses I asked you to cut. How many times can I tell you to do something and you don't listen to me? I never liked these roses, but now they have become very beautiful. The woman bent down to smell the fragrance of the beautiful roses when suddenly the plant wrapped its branches around her and began to choke her. Help! Help me! The old man wanted to get rid of his annoying fat wife and went into the house, forgetting that his wife was being strangled by a plant in the backyard. He sat down in the kitchen and thought, finally a little peace and quiet in the house, and his eyes fell on the delicious still hot pie that his wife had just cooked.